Hello, everybody. Welcome to SNKronize. I'm James Chen, and you are...
Most of the time you do it.
I know. I'm letting you have the opportunity.
I'm Olaf. Hi.
Hello, everybody. So
we missed last week. So
yeah,
last week would have normally been the time where all of the gushing and everything would have been occurring. So we're just going to do that today with the... Oh, Geenitz came out!
Yeah, so, I see some people in the chat saying that they think he's super fun to play.
He is super fun.
Okay.
I think he's super fun. I really like playing him, but, spoilers, I think he sucks.
Oh wow, actually sucks.
He kind of sucks.
Not even just like...
He's Rugal tier.
Okay.
He's got it pretty rough.
Where's Rugal in your estimation?
Second from the bottom tier.
Really?
Like we're talking... I'm not convinced he's better than Rugal. Yeah, the thing is, I do think he has more room to grow. Like, he could become better, but he has a lot of huge deficiencies.
Okay.
The biggest one being he doesn't have any range on cancelable normals, so his footsies are really jank.
Okay, got it.
I still think he's in the same tier, because also, like, I was looking at Xiaohai's tier list from a month or two back.
Right.
And Rugal was only one tier below Geese Howard, and I'm like, there is no fucking way that Geese is the same tier as Geenitz. Because Geese is fucking ridiculous.
For the people who watched my stream yesterday, yes, there's a lot of explosions going on. It's fireworks. So
yeah, we're in Southern California, and we're approaching the 4th of July. People are doing shit.
Yeah, exactly. And it might even just be the city testing thing, because we're close enough to the... Yeah, it doesn't sound far enough to be 3rd Street. Yeah. And also...
We're in the right direction.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Wait, is Shingo considered bad, or is he...
Shingo is definitely a mixed bag and depends on who you ask. He's got enough fundamental okay with him that he gets by. But yeah, he's a worse Kyo. The problem is Kyo is one of the best characters in the game, so everyone could be a worse Kyo.
Right, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And so that's kind of how I feel about Geenitz, is that, like, why would you play him when you could play Orochi Shermie for the same role?
Right. Okay. So you feel like the zoning that Geenitz has is similar enough to what Orochi Shermie does.
Shermie's is better.
Shermie's zoning is better. Huh?
Sure. Okay, basically the difference between Kokodeska and Shermie's little smooches. Kokodeska goes completely vertical, the whole screen. All right, cool. But its hitbox is about yay wide.
Oh, so you can, like, stand in the tornado and it looks like it's hitting you, but it's not.
You're gonna be like on the outskirts of it. The other thing is that he has more recovery on it. So if you read it and you roll through, whoops, he dies.
Okay. Yeah.
Neither of those things apply to Shermie.
Right, because Shermie's recovery is fast.
Stupidly fast.
It's fast. Yeah.
Hers is stupidly fast, and her fireballs are wider.
Okay.
So, like, they're actually hard to jump over, regardless of the fact that they don't actually go all the way up.
Right. Okay.
I would say, yeah, Kukri's zoning is probably better than Geenitz's. So the trade-off is that once Geenitz is on you, oh god, he gets pretty fucking scary.
So in other words, Geenitz is actually kind of like one of those fake zoners then. He's more aggressive offense.
It's more one of those, like, I'm going to control the screen for a while and get you to calm the fuck down and stay still. And then once you're still, I'm going in.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And if you want a little bit more of a clue to that, that's kind of how the Boss Rush version plays. Is that he'll like hang out for a minute, maybe throw a tornado or two, and then once you're blocking, oops, and he's just fucking on you. And oh boy, let's talk about the boss.
You want to talk about him already? Okay. I
wanted to talk about him first. I've talked about more about the regular one than I wanted to.
Okay.
The boss is fucking bullshit. I am so happy. Oh my god, he's awful.
So, but that's what people kind of wanted.
That's what I fucking wanted. I'm mad that he has so many AI exploits. I wanted him to be a fucking nightmare. And the fact is, like, if it weren't for all these AI exploits, like Isla jump away and fucking flip kick over and over, like, oh man, like that costume would legitimately be locked for like 80% of the player base. He is awful.
Oh man, but I mean, like, have people been able... Well, I guess it's team-based, never mind. So I was about to ask if anybody's ever been able to beat him with every character, but that's doesn't really apply.
Yeah,
so.
you can kind of shenanigan with it. And I think actually a couple people already have still done that. Like at least get the checkbox on every character.
Oh, is there a checkbox thing?
I believe there is. I think there still is.
Okay. Because I mean, like, I can't even imagine if like it'd just be hunting for the AI exploit if you want to OCV him with every character, basically, right?
And I mean, maybe not every character has one, but a lot of characters do.
Right.
I mean, like Geese, the Isla one is always one. Geese has one that once I found out about it, I went out of my way to not use it for more than one hit. So I basically was like, I'm going to do this because it's a good setup anyway. Oh, he didn't block it. Well, I'm not going to do it again, but next time I get the situation, I'll do it for one hit.
Right.
Because I wanted to, air quotes, beat him, honestly.
Right, yeah.
So that took me about 3 hours.
Yeah, I still remember the Rugal. I think I did it on my second or third try, so.
Yeah. One of my favorites I've seen so far is Yamazaki's, actually.
Okay.
You basically just counter him.
Oh, you just
stick out your tongue. And then he, walks away for a minute, and then he tries to hit you and gets countered, knocks down, and then you just do it again on Wake Up, and he tries to punish you.
That's funny. It's actually kind of a shame, because, I feel like, with this kind of a patch, they could have just buffed Rugal's AI too, right? So they could have maybe.
I mean, they'd also the thing is that it's not just the AI. Geenitz boss form has a bunch of fucking bullshit properties.
Oh,
his Iori overhead slash move. Okay, so it's way better on hit than real Geenitz is. Okay. It's fully invul for no fucking reason. It's still got a combo starter. Oh, and it gets to stay in overhead. And none of regular Geenitz's are.
Right.
So overhead, meterless, invul combo starter that's -6 on block.
So Omega Rugal doesn't have any unique properties to his boss rush?
Not enough, at least, but I'm not sure if he has any or not. No, he does have some. All his fireballs have way faster recovery than regular Rugal.
Okay.
But that's it.
Right.
Geenitz is hey, my teleport's actually fully invul, and the super cancel works every time. This slash is an overhead meterless invul combo starter that's barely punishable on block.
Right.
And I think it's actually even faster than regular Geenitz is on top of that. It's fucking nonsense.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like that's the right way to kind of try to do it, is make it so that the CPU version of the character is busted, right?
Yeah, he's stupid bullshit.
I mean, I think we were talking about it 2 weeks ago, how we were talking about the bullshit things we've seen CPUs do, right? So,
No, and then here's the kicker. So, today, last night, SNK put out a patch. They put out a patch for KOF 15.
Okay.
And it's we have a couple of bug fixes, weird shit with playable Geenitz, whatever. We're improving matchmaking. But also they tried to add a safeguard to online play for hackers who use the playable boss, for using the unplayable boss versions.
Oh, what? People have figured out how to do that?
Dude, people were fucking going into ranked with a Tomoraga. All right, people are bad people.
Okay.
And so this the new patch is trying to add safeguards to prevent hackers from playing boss forms.
I mean, that's so crazy that Tomoraga's not even a playable character
at all.
But somehow you can go online and play him and it'll show up as the character.
Yeah, basically what they're doing is they're hacking the save files so that or hacking your character select, so if you pick Kyo or something, instead you're picking a Tomoraga. Because all the characters are slotted by 001 boss or whatever the fuck.
But I mean, that just means that version, that the boss character is technically, has everything mapped properly and can be controlled properly, et cetera, et cetera. So
I think there has been people who are playing 3 Tomoragas on a team when the game launched. And so there are people who are walking around playing Boss Rugal,
right?
And it's awful.
Yeah.
And they know how fucking horseshit they made Boss Geenitz, so they do not want hackers having access. You're not gonna win. Right. You're just not gonna win. So they said they've tried to add checks for anyone who's even trying to play them, and then they said on top of that, they tried to add safeguards where on the off chance you get around all those checks and you still play the character, you can't even do all their moves.
Oh, weird.
Which my guess is that they made it an impossible command or something.
Right.
Which would be one way to do it. The fucking AI can, do a walking sonic boom, fuck you. But, if you pick them, you're draw a pentagram in 3 frames. Great.
Right. Yeah,
I can't fucking do that. So now I don't have access to his whole move list.
Interesting.
So I think that's really neat. I don't know what exactly their fixes are, but that's what's in the patch notes. Plus, a couple little bug fixes here and there, matchmaking improvements, blah, 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 blah.
Right. That's true. Now that the patch is out and the crossplay patch is out and everything like that,
Hackers are playing Strange Plateau, the Rugal boss stage, before it was revealed. Because it was already in the data.
Of course.
Because, people just fucking do that.
Of course. Oh, man. I mean, dude, it's so funny. Like, I think it was, like, in Street Fighter 6, like, someone actually found out that Ken actually has an air dragon lash. And it's, like, in the game, but it's just not...
It's turned off.
Right, it's turned off, but someone hacked it and saw that he has an air
Well, I mean, remember when Marvel 3 Vanilla came out, the beta versions of that game, like the Comic-Con demos and stuff, had universal air dash. Yep, and eventually we found a bug that let everyone use their air dash.
Yeah, it was
so we could at least see it.
It was the Hulk launch or something?
Hagar launch. Hagar's hoodlum launcher with no follow-up. As they were falling from it, they had access to their air dash again.
Yeah, it's almost like if you super jump, they turned off that ability, but since Hagar throws you up there,
Yeah, some weird shit like that.
Yeah, wait, is there new UMVC 3 data mines?
I have no idea.
But yeah, I mean, obviously, like...
Oh, old taunts and stuff. Yeah, I did see those. Those were really cool.
Okay.
Those were really cool.
I haven't seen those. I'll have to go see if I can.
Dude, Wolverine has like 5 fucking taunts.
Oh, man.
But yeah, and so people just do weird shit and find weird shit. And...
I mean, it's like, I just think it's funny because, like, I feel like the easiest thing was just to, I mean, obviously, again, my programmer brain is turning in my head here, and it's just like, oh, hey, if you have, this situation, they probably want to make it as object oriented as possible, so the characters are kind of plug and play. So if you happen to pick Otomoragi, it just works on the other person's side. But, like, all you have to do is just add a check that, like, if one of these characters is in there, like, before the match starts, it should just automatically give you a loss.
Yeah, I mean, dude, like, look at Mario Maker. Mario Maker actually has checks online for illegal piece placement. Right. Because they have found a bunch of bugs to put pieces the wrong fucking way. And there's actually checks on the servers for if there's this, like, a fully illegal move.
Right.
Then it just says something is corrupt in your level, you can't upload this. Fuck you.
I mean, honestly, like, yeah, I can imagine if they put that check in there, they'd have to kind of code a way for it to cancel and treat someone for a loss and all stuff like that. So it's probably a little bit harder than they expected, but, I mean, there's also other weird ways to do it.
I mean, again, also, this might be, like, a byproduct of Unreal being so simple to build with.
Maybe, yeah.
That it's harder to build safeguards because everything holds your hand so much. Fucking Galactus in Marvel 3, yeah.
That's right. Yeah. They had like the 3 Galactuses or something like that.
No, just plain Galactus in ranked, and he has infinites, plural.
Right.
So.
Oh, that's right, but you couldn't put 3. No, you know what? I'm thinking of X-Men versus Street Fighter. I think there was like Apocalypse. Like I don't. Yeah, I
think there's a hacked version or something that lets you have 2 apocalypses for no fucking reason. Actually, it might have even been Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter, because that game's janker.
Yeah. I mean, boss challenge. I mean, do you? That's the question. Do you want it harder? You kind of do because you don't want the AI exploits, right?
So, okay. First off, I'm gonna be the asshole who says it depends on who it is.
Right.
I'm a firm believer that Geenitz and Rugal should be PTSD inducing. Fuck you. If we get another one of the like horrible like.
Ignis kind of thing, right?
Ignis or Magaki, the ones that everyone's like, nah, fuck that guy. Yeah, they should ruin your life. But the thing is, most people want Chrysalid next.
Okay.
I am not one of those people. I want Adelheid come hell or high water.
Of course.
But Chrysalid, if we're going to get a boss, fine, cool. Chrysalid's fine, and I'll take another remix of his music any day.
Okay.
But Chrysalid was never, like, the hardest KOF boss by any means.
Okay.
Like, I'm gonna be honest, if I was the one in charge, I would just say fuck it and make Chrysalid just a regular character for part of the DLC of Season 3 so everyone is happy. And then I would actually have Adelheid be the free boss.
Okay.
And then I can do whatever the fuck I want with him. Because I can make him ludicrously fast and do too much damage. Let him keep standard health.
That's true. How was Psyche as a boss? Not PTSD inducing kind of things.
Nah.
But do you think people would want Psyche as a character, as a boss rush character?
I have never heard anyone ask for that character back over anyone else.
Okay.
And this is coming from someone who'd be kind of down to have Psyche.
Right.
One of the only things KOF 13 added to the world at all. No, but literally, that game adds so little other than...
What do you mean? Well, obviously, there's a pointed comment with that, so, I mean, like...
I am a very well-documented 13 hater.
Oh, right. Okay.
And that game added so little to the world than here's more characters that are pretty from the 12 art style.
Right. No, I for some reason I was thinking of the whole Ash Saga, and I was like, but you like the Ash Saga.
I love the story of the saga.
Yeah,
I love 11.
Right, yeah. Okay.
I am well documented as a 13 hater.
Yeah, for sure.
And, like, wasn't Psyche, like, one of the only, if not the only, actual new character in the fucking game?
I think so, right? Like, I don't think there was a brand new character in 13, right? So...
Yeah, Mukai's fucking rad. I love Mukai.
Which one's Mukai?
Final boss. Well, the bad guy story, final boss of 2003.
Okay.
Basically, he's a humanized thwomp. Dude, tell me I'm wrong. Mukai is a thwomp.
The image is in my head right now.
And if you ever gave like Midnight Bliss Mukai, it would literally just look like a thwomp with the fucking super crown. By the way, I fucking love thwomps and I like Mukai.
I need to look at KOF Mukai because I know I've seen pictures of him before.
He's a fucking thwomp.
You know what he looks like to me? He looks like Asura's Wrath or Oni kind of thing. Yeah.
But by the way, he actually is pretty much a golem. He has stone powers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the dude's a thwomp. Like, he stomps the ground and drops stone pillars on you.
Right, yeah.
And he has, like, the standard KOF screen-filling bullshit super.
Right.
That petrifies you.
Oh, of course.
He has a petrification command grab, which, by the way, if you're on the home version you're playing him, is an infinite. So, the thing is, Magaki is way cooler before he transforms. Transformed Magaki looks like that shitty phase of Mudvayne where they all pretended they were aliens, and if you're a metalhead, you know exactly what I mean. Pre-transformation Magaki is fucking rad, and then, yeah, his vile moveset's great. Like, Magaki is the final boss of 11. And he has this move where he does, like, an energy pillar in front of him. That's his, it's his reversal. Alright, cool. But it's also fully invul, even into recovery.
Of course.
And it reflects fireballs.
Of course.
All while being a teleporting fireball bullet hell zoning boss.
Oh, okay. Got it.
I mean, like, not only does he teleport, his fireballs teleport. He shoots one out, and then it vanishes and appears behind you and hits you in the back of the head.
That's kind of sick,
He's fucking horseshit, but he's awesome.
Kind of sick.
He is literally one of the coolest bosses in terms of, like, functions. And it's playing in 11 where you can do bullshit too.
Right, yeah.
Fuck it.
Oh, man.
I will say I actually like Clone Zero more than Original Zero. Hot fucking take. The mustache really sells it. Clone Zero is the final boss of 2000, and then he was just Zero. But then 2001 decided to retcon that and be like, oh no, he was a clone, I promise. This is the real one.
Oh god, okay.
And made him the mid-boss. And he is so fucking anime by comparison.
And they gave him a mustache?
No, Clone Zero has a mustache.
Right, so that's the harder one in two.
He's the final boss. Neither of them are hard.
Well, I mean, he's the one that Clone Zero
in 2000 is the final boss.
Oh, okay.
And then Original Zero, the non-clone, who looks all anime, is the mid-boss of 2001.
I see. So it turns out Clone Zero was the evil twin of Real Zero, because evil twins always have the mustache, right? Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah. Clone Zero is way cooler. Like, he actually infiltrated shit. He got behind Heidern's defenses, and he's got that fucking mustache.
Oh, this guy. Yeah. Okay.
And he has a win pose that looks like he farts. So, you know, winner.
So that's Zero right there.
Yeah, that's the original one. He's like so anime by comparison.
Oops,
that's chat.
That's the wrong desktop.
That's the
right
chat.
There. I want to do this one. There we go. So there you go. There's Zero and Clone
God,
Zero.
yeah, I heard about the female Clone Zero.
Oh, on the mobile game?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Of course.
Yeah. But no, Clone Zero is a superior character design.
Oh, man.
Fucking, yeah. Anyways, yeah, nobody cares about the Zeros. The only good thing about original Zero is that his strikers are all fucking awesome.
Okay.
So Clone Zero is just a final boss, whatever. Original Zero, who was a mid boss in 2001.
Oh my god.
Wow,
dude.
that's a dumpster fire.
Oh my god, that is.
Yeah, no.
And she's even holding a mustache.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's horrible. Ew.
But so original Zero is in KOF 2001. So he has a bunch of strikers because that was the striker game, whatever.
Yeah.
But his strikers include a fucking lion, like just a fucking black lion who is amazing, and his name is Glaugen. And I love him. I love him more than probably any other Nest character. He's
the
so
lion?
sick.
The lion? Okay.
He's so sick. He's just this fucking black lion. Chrysalid, for some reason, just another Chrysalid clone, whatever, just comes out of nowhere and does things. And then Ron, which is Dualon's evil dad.
Right. But wait.
Ron.
Wait. If he's a striker, shouldn't he be the one doing the striking?
What do you mean, what?
So wait, you said you like him because of his strikers.
Yeah. Is that with the assists?
Right, but if he's an assist, shouldn't he be doing the attacking?
No. So he's the point character.
Okay.
So original Zero is the point character. He has 3 assists.
So, okay. So, is he playable?
No.
Is a boss character.
He's a boss character.
I see. Okay.
Remember, also, KOF 2001
okay.
is the game that has a ratio system where you can play 1 point character and 3 assists and whatnot.
I thought you meant that he was the striker, which is why I was getting confused.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he's a point character.
Gotcha. And so his assists are okay.
Yeah, his assists are Chrysalid, Ron, and a fucking black lion. Because reasons.
Is this the only time Ron has ever appeared in?
And in terms of in-game, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Funny thing about that.
Oh man. I remember I'm Kenso. We're rivals, right? We're enemies here. So.
By the way, also the rare footage of James wearing an SNK based shirt and I'm not.
I try to wear SNK. I just don't have enough of them.
Yeah.
And the ones that I do have are all the extra large Japanese ones, and they kind of fit weird, but maybe I should just do it anyway, because it's hard to tell on the stream, so.
I still remember I actually got to wear mine of that shirt to Hyperdrive on commentary.
Yeah.
And all I could see was the chat losing their fucking mind.
Yeah,
So, sent people over to Irene.
Yeah, I'm sure that's probably still available. Like, I don't think Irene's shirt...
I think she might have had to actually, redo it, because I think the original listing, she took down and then redid it.
Okay.
But, yeah, Irene Coquette.
Yeah, it's literally the Untitled Goose Game Goose.
Yeah,
in the Geese outfit.
Dude, I had someone compliment me on my shirt the other day, having no idea who Geese Howard was.
Oh, really? That's funny.
Okay, so real quick, just to answer Miguel's question, do I think Najid is going to suck, or do I think she'll be strong? I think she's going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be scared to let her be 14 strong again. However, she's also going to have access to EXs outside of max mode, which means that EX dropkick is going to be fucking scary.
Yeah, and honestly, I just feel like that they would have a lot of motivation to make her good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
yeah, I mean, I don't think she can help but be pretty good at the very least. Do I think she's going to be the next Cronin or anything? Nah.
Right. I mean, someone was
she
saying,
might be the next Janae,
someone was saying, like, in terms of recent DLC characters, like, Sylvie's the only one that's actually been, like, pretty
She's
decent.
the only one who feels mostly competitive.
Okay.
But, you know, we're 3.5 characters in, and
Right.
like, I don't think Geenitz is very good. Nobody thinks Shingo is super good.
Right.
Kim is good when he gets to be.
Right. I was about to say, isn't Kim pretty strong? Or?
Kim is really good at the things he's good at and really shit at the things he's not.
Interesting.
So he's basically just got enough bad matchups that it kind of makes him unwarranted to play.
Gotcha.
That's the word I get from him.
Okay.
Like, he struggles with fireballs more than he should, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
When he tries to get around fireballs, he commits a little too hard, and so if he's wrong, he fucking dies.
Right. Okay. Yeah. No, we were just talking about that, Jane. This is from Coquette, Irene Co. Who.
Actually, if you don't want to probably just type it in the chat so that people know what to
yeah.
search for.
Okay. If you just go to Twitter, this is her name right here. Right. I just want to make sure I got
That looks right to me.
Yeah. I just want to make sure.
Coquette.
Yep, that's her
Perfect.
right there. Yep.
Yeah.
Her husband is Pat the Flip, who also works on Project L.
And tells people to play Guilty Gear.
And tells people to play Exert, yeah. And actually, Coquette, that's the cool thing, is he really wanted to see if he could teach people how to play fighting games. So he got Irene to play Guilty Gear, and now her jam is, like, ridiculous right now. And even Irene was like, my God, I never understood how fun fighting games were, you know?
And if you ever really want to know exactly the depths of how bad that can get, just look at any reply to anything on Street Fighter 6.
What do you mean?
People like talking about, people need to stop talking about how good fighting games are, blah, blah, blah. Nobody likes these things, blah, blah, blah. Between that and the Skullgirl shit going on, dude, social conversations about fighting games are so bad right now.
Of the 6 stuff, what are they there? What
like people arguing on like Reddit or like whether this is actually worth doing, whether I should even try to keep getting better.
Oh, stuff like that. Oh, yeah. Interesting, dude. I mean, like, again,
it's certainly an illness of some kind. Yes.
I mean, the hardest thing about it is it's like, it's good and it's bad, right? I've seen a lot of good.
It is a tool that humans can use, so therefore...
Yeah. I mean, again, it's cool because I know...
Okay, real talk, I do think Street Fighter 6 is really fucking hard. Mm-hmm. Just to be clear here.
Yeah, a lot of the people that are watching this already know who I am, so it's, like, pointless for me to tell you guys, but you can tell your friends. Literally, I was doing the community night thing with the Battle Hub, and this is why I love the Battle Hub, because someone came into my chat and was like, I tried to learn the game, I can't even do the combos, so I quit. And I was like, all right, let me help you with execution. And you know what I was able to do? I was able to leave my Battle Hub, and everybody was still playing, which was great. Mm-hmm. And I was like, which character, which trial were you having trouble with? And he went there, and I showed him all the different things to help him, and he was like, my God, thank you for, like, taking the time to help me. Like, you just actually, like, helped me do all this. And I'm like, everybody, anytime, just come ask me. Yep. I will take the time to teach you, because the problem with fighting games is that it's the same thing as the reason why, sorry to go down this rabbit hole.
I know exactly where you're going, and I'm all for it.
This is the same reason why people like AI art, right? Is because they think that is some magical talent that they don't have access to, not that you can figure it out and learn. Like, I still remember one of the first times I tried to draw an airplane, and I was like, my airplane looks bad. And my brother, who does have a little bit of that natural kind of a gift to drawing, was like, oh, that's because the back of the line should be parallel and stuff, because, you know, in real life it's yeah. And I was like, what the hell? You know, like, you learn things, right? And I keep telling people...
Sup, Jim?
I keep telling everybody that execution is a science. I'm like, if you see me in real life, I have no grace. Like, I am a clumsy kind of person.
He has no style. He has no grace.
This Chen has a funny face. Like, I only can do combos because I science them out, right? So I know exactly what's happening. And so, you know, I keep telling people the way you learn combos, it's not a magical thing. You can learn it through understanding how it works and stuff.
I mean, there's still the hand-eye coordination, which is just practice.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking picks up tennis or billiards and is instantly fucking good. You take some hand-eye coordination to get used to.
Right, exactly. And that's the thing. So the hardest part is that when you see people who are good at fighting games, especially guys like Justin Wong or someone like Punk, and you're just like, these guys are so lucky because they were born good at fighting games. And then
fighting games didn't exist when some of them were born.
Exactly. And, you know, Justin literally tells the story of he got his ass wiped at
Wiped? Whooped?
Whooped
Whooped would probably be the better word.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. But he got beat up at Chinatown Fair really badly, so he would go to the liquor store that had the MVC2 cabinet, and he learned every character. He learned all the combinations. He learned everyone's moves. And it took him a while before he started getting to that point. He also tells the story that when Chris G first started showing up to Chinatown Fair, that Chris G wasn't very good either. You know?
Right, look, I have to actually quote Street Fighter VI in a conversation about fighting games. Because one of the greatest bits to ever come out of like any of these conversations comes out of Honda's mouth.
Okay.
No one ever got strong without losing.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely true. And the thing that I will say about fighting games, and this is my complaint about fighting games in general, and you know this, is that the fighting games themselves, you keep telling me Honda's like your favorite character.
He's way up there, dude. He's so good.
But like, fighting games don't teach you while you're playing very well, right? And
I mean, while you're playing, at all.
Right. The hardest thing about fighting games is, as I keep trying to tell everybody, is knowing what to learn. But if you know what to learn, you can get better.
Yeah. And which, by the way, to interject here, when you're coming into a fighting game, you also don't know what questions to ask.
Right, exactly. That's exactly the concept I'm talking about. Like, you don't know where you're supposed to go, right? Like, there's just literally no sign of where to go. But that's, you know, that is one of the hardest things, and that's where I've kind of tried to become more good at doing in terms of teaching.
And I mean, you do have a couple of places where you have your favorite examples of things that help mitigate that.
Yeah.
You know, smash break the targets them's fighting herds equivalent.
Yeah. But
and
I mean,
and honestly, Street Fighter 6 is character breakdowns in game.
Yeah.
They do kind of help a lot on like, here is what you kind of want to do with this character.
Right.
You know, you're not gonna see success playing Marisa walking away.
Yeah.
Like, you go in, you hit buttons. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I've recently started really teaching in terms
because
of...
Kyle's trials are fucking hard.
Dude, Jesus
we
Christ.
have so many conversations about, I can't believe they did not fuck around. 2. Advanced 2. I'm so proud of Capcom.
I can't believe they put that combo in the game.
I love it.
I can't believe they put that combo
Guile Advanced 2 is actually bullshit. Like, I mean, I've been playing, and so has James, been playing charge characters for 30-something years.
Yeah.
I actually know what the fuck we're doing with it, and we're like, they make people do this? This is supposed to be like the cool shit that only Guile players know can be done.
This is like, they put a fucking TCW combo into the game, dude. Jesus
like,
Christ.
I mean, I was joking, like, you might as well have... No, not charge buffering, but delayed charge moves. Like the same as... Okay, so if you're an old Guile player, you know that you can sometimes get away with charge down, standing punch, flash kick.
Yeah.
Which is a pain in the ass, but it's doable. It's a combo like that.
Yeah,
you have to release and then do the rest of it.
You have to do neutral light kick into Sonic Boom, and then you have to charge the flash kick fast enough so that you can flash kick after the Sonic Boom.
Yeah.
As a link.
It's so awful. I love it.
Dude,
neither of us can believe Capcom actually left that in.
Dude,
like that trial is legitimately locked for a lot of people.
When I was doing it on stream, I was just like, I can't believe they put this in here. I can't believe they put this in here, dude. Oh man.
Yeah, it's brutal. I recommend everyone try that trial and go, what?
Yeah.
The trial's vile.
Oh man,
I love it.
But I mean, going back to the learning fighting game things, like the one thing that I've been trying to teach everybody about fighting games now is when you fight someone, one of the hardest things to understand is there's an answer to everything. There's an answer to everything in fighting games. You know, and I've said that if you're ever getting hit by something, you can find a way around it, unless it's clearly broken and everybody's using it, like Leroy in Tekken 7 or Tanya in MKX, right?
Okay.
But
no, it's more of an apples and oranges in terms of like 13 combo trials.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's no combo trial that's like as long as some of those. It's more that you got to do this one strict thing once, or maybe twice, you know.
Yeah, so Lurker Spine, you know, in good fighting games, right. But my point was being is that if you watch fighting games, if you don't see the thing that you're losing to being spammed by everybody, clearly there's an answer to it. And so if you have that mentality and you go into fighting games, that's how you accept losses more, is that if you lose to something, it's because you don't have the answer to it. And so that will drive you to try to find the answer to it, right? If you don't have that mindset and you lose to something, you're just going to get frustrated and be like, I can't beat this, it's too good.
Yeah, I mean,
you know?
Case in point, and correct me if I'm wrong, it might have even been Chris G who said it on Twitter recently. It was, I don't remember exactly which player it was, but they said, if you're not in tournament, you're just running sets at an event, you should focus on learning.
Yeah.
Winning does not matter unless, you know, you've got something on the line. Like you're trying to win the tournament or you're, you know, maybe a money match or whatever. But in those sets, you should focus on learning. Don't focus so hard on winning.
Oh, yeah,
because then you can get the experience, whatever.
Yeah,
and that applies to all skill levels.
Playing to learn as opposed to playing to win is always the most important thing, right? And that's one of the hardest things is that that's why I hate ranked. Because when you play ranked, you just see your number go up and down all day, and it just makes you feel bad. That was when we were watching IDOM slaughter everybody, and me and David were like, oh, fighting games are easy. Just be right every single time, dude. Jesus Christ, dude.
I still can't believe that right now, though, in Street Fighter 6, they found an infallible Throwtech OS. It's so bad, Capcom's like, we're fixing it. We're working on it. Oh, God.
Yeah, they had to release a statement. I wish it was in the light blue with the black text, dude.
Oh, God, that would have been so good.
Oh, man.
We at Capcom have fucked up.
Yeah, like, dude.
Y'all are teching too much.
You know what they should have did? They should have put that in the blue background with the black text and put, like, meme faces of, like, Juri and Luke on there, you know?
Simply put, it's because it's a new button that makes it happen.
I didn't even know what the button does. Like, I don't even know what the button does, but it apparently makes it so that you can do 3 punches and 3 kicks a little bit easier or something like that.
It's really a weird thing where it's like you hold hard kick and you press that button, you get 3 kick.
Yeah.
You hold hard punch, you press that button, you get 3 punch.
Right,
And so it's an accessibility button.
Right.
Basically, like, if I have to be blunt about it, that's the Brawly Legs button.
Right, yeah,
because
yeah,
Brawly had his whole controller designed in a way that let him have that kind of OS for, like, every possible combination.
Yeah.
And so they tried to make a button that does that.
Right.
Now, the downside, though, is that now you have this weird button that OS's things for you.
Yeah, it's easy to exploit buttons like that by accident. I mean, like, everybody had to learn from Soul Calibur 5, or Soul Calibur, was it 5? I think it was 5, that had the Hilda bug, where they let you map all the buttons to all the buttons. Hilda has the ability to hold...
That might have been 4.
Might have been 4, okay.
That might have been 4.
It was 4, yeah.
Boom!
Yeah, thank you.
Good job, me!
So, yeah, so basically you hold the button, so you're supposed to lose access to that button, and then you let go of it, and she has an overpowered move, right?
Yeah, she has a tap.
Yeah, right, exactly, like Zonk Knuckle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right, but, I mean, Zonk Knuckle still was too...
Whatever,
yeah.
anyways.
But the thing is, they made it so that you can map other buttons, and then they made... One of them was that button plus another button, and they counted as separate inputs to the same button. So you could hold that button... and still have access to the regular button.
Kind of like if you're playing Street Fighter, you hold any punch button, you press 3 punch, you're only getting 2 punch. launch.
Right.
Soul Calibur didn't do that.
Right.
Oops.
Yeah, the Soul Calibur one was you could hold the 3-punch essentially.
Oh, so it was to tech throws while charging one of your throw buttons. One of the buttons that you would need to throw.
Yeah. So there was just a lot of
hilarious.
That's just it's just one of those things that you learn as time goes. And so when they put this accessibility button, they probably let's see if we can come up with any weird exploits on this. Oh, nothing we found, but again.
Yeah, I mean, case in point, it took almost a month for people to find it.
Right.
In the launch of the real world.
Not necessarily. Vesper Arcade said that they actually posted a video about it a little while ago, but I just guess it got no traction or something like that. But
YouTube titling.
Yeah, no, trust me, I am fighting with that YouTube right now. But the thing about it is again, we've talked about this a million times already, but you put something in the hands of 1,000 times million people out there, billions of people. They're gonna find stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's again right now that the game has been out for a couple weeks, almost a month. It is the equivalent to about 5 years in QA.
Yeah,
and that's if you're lucky, because also there comes a point where as a tester you go insane from seeing the same shit for 5 years.
Yeah. Speedwagon. So I wonder how long it would have taken to find pre-YouTube social media. It's actually less YouTube social media these days because it's more training mode. I think the betters that training mode has gotten has allowed us to find a lot of things. It just spreads faster in social media.
It would have been just as fast, but save that shit for nationals.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was saying. 100%. Gundam Judy
Yeah, because Valle would have found it, and we wouldn't have known until top 8 of Evo. He might have told us why he teched every single throw.
Exactly. Because everybody else would be like, man,
he's good.
Yeah, his throwing is really good, and I mean, someone actually quote retweeted one of the tweets about it was like,
"You fucked up."
No, the guy was like, "This guy snitched. I can't believe he didn't save that shit." Yeah. Yeah.
It's for the best though. That needs to go.
Oh,
that needs to go.
No, that's the one. All the top players are like, "This needs to be fixed now." Found it in testing but didn't tell anyone. That was definitely people have done that before. I definitely know scenarios where that is happened.
There are multiple cases, and I'm not throwing anyone under the bus, but there are definitely multiple cases in fighting games where that is true. Yeah. And big name fighting games.
Yeah.
There was one I do remember that was really funny though. Because I can't name names, but I can name the game. It was launch of MKX.
MKX?
Launch of MKX, someone was using the character that everyone considered low tier at the time in their worst variation at the time, and ran a fucking train on a whole ass tournament. Because it was Quan Chi with Summoner.
Oh,
and was just using the bat and was just shitting on absolutely everyone.
And it was a tester, huh? Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah. So I know for sure it happens sometimes at NRS.
I mean, Game Genie on chat saying that it happened in Injustice 1 as well.
Not surprised.
So there you go.
Soul Calibur 3 would not surprise me because it was a PS2 exclusive. That's what you fucking get.
Being a PS2 exclusive might have been what killed Soul Calibur, honestly. So, because Soul Calibur 1 and 2 are two of the most beloved home ports of a fighting game ever.
Well, I mean, wasn't Soul Calibur 1 Dreamcast exclusive?
It was, but
because nothing else could run it at the time.
Right? Yeah, because it was the new console, right? And that was the game that had the 10s across the board on Famitsu, I think it was.
I mean, that game was pretty fucking godlike when it came out.
And I know so many people who are like, yeah, I got into fighting games because of Soul Calibur. But Soul Calibur 3, I feel like just destroyed it, right?
Yeah,
so.
But yeah, 2 definitely, 2 is one of the greatest because not only is it still a really good game,
right?
But yeah, some of those guest characters really went a long way, and some of the new characters, because me and my buddies played it on GameCube, and I definitely had 4 buddies who were all Link mains. Wonder why? But that was when I was like, "Yo, Talim's fun as shit."
Oh right, yeah. I mean, when I was playing Soul Calibur 6 on stream all the time, I would talk to everybody, and they would all say, 3, 4, and 5 have the fans and the detractors, right? Like, oh, I love 4. 4 sucks. 5 is the best. 5, but everyone agreed that 2 is the best, and 6 is the next best.
6 is super good.
Yeah, everybody was really happy.
I mean,
6.
5's biggest problem is rebooting the universe for no fucking reason.
Well, seems to be the thing to do in fighting games a little bit, right? So now we got Mortal Kombat. Doing it in story.
I mean, seriously though, like,
really?
who in the universe was actually like, you know what? We should take the ninja titties out of the game.
Wait, that happened in which one?
5.
Soul Calibur 5?
Yeah, they replaced Taki with Natsu.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Like the Soul Calibur equivalent of No Mai No Bai.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and being rushed, and nobody fucking likes Patroclus. Nobody likes Patroclus on his own merits.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I
still remember Soul Calibur 5 had that big giant book, too, that I bought. I remember.
Oh, yeah. And then Shiba and Kilik. Yeah. 5 really is the worst all-new cast ever made.
Right. Now, 6 is technically kind of another reboot, or...
Yeah, 6 is full-blown, like, Samurai Showdown, like, we're going back, we're sorry.
Yeah.
The other things didn't happen, but these are all the guys you know. You're fine, I promise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
5 is honestly a fucking dumpster fire except for the character creator. And, like, you can just fiddle fuck around. Like, Viola's fucking rad. I'm gonna miss Viola.
Right, yeah.
Busted ass character.
Yeah. I mean, again, she's busted because Tokido played her. Tokido definitely won Soul Calibur 5 1 year at EVO, if I'm not mistaken. It was either first or second place because he was using Viola.
Because I definitely remember, I think it was first year. Might have been first year, I don't know. Because I remember 1 year was won by Tira, who was considered low tier at the time.
Oh, okay. He got top 16 at EVO, there you go.
Actually, Manat's more reincarnated Viola.
Yeah, that's more correct direction, honestly.
Both historically and game release order.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, because Tekken actually has a progressing story.
Yeah, and the other thing that I will say about Tekken, and I know I'm probably unique on this, but Tekken 1 and Tekken 2 were so butt ugly that you just didn't get attached to any of the characters anyway.
I got attached to King.
Did you really? Oh, okay.
Because King's also way easier to not fuck up.
And he's also the only one that was really that distinct because he had a freaking lion head. I mean, a tiger head, right?
I mean, this is also the same era where your choices are that and Virtua Fighter. At least Tekken has characters.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I was always more pro Virtua Fighter than Tekken.
I mean, shit, I was pro DOA, so...
Okay, fair.
DOA 1 is fun as shit, and I stand by that. The coolest ring-out mechanic ever.
Which was?
The danger zone, where when you got ringed out, it didn't actually do anything unless you hit the ground. Then it exploded and ground bounced you, so you got new combos.
Right.
That shit's fucking cool.
So it wasn't a ring out, but it was like you got extra comboed, basically.
Yeah, like you're in the ring out area. If you fuck up, you're gonna fuck up bad.
Right, yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, no, the DOA franchise is busted as fuck.
Yeah, DOA.
It's like actually not good. Mostly.
DOA franchise is busted.
Fair.
I was just about to make a joke about the game being more fun if you're 99 years old.
You're right.
Game was definitely more fun if you were 99 years old.
Most of the DOA games on paper are actually not good, but they are one of the absolute best fighting games of all time to get a bunch of buddies, drink, and not be good at the game together.
Someone showed the clip of, I think it was DOA 4 or one of the other ones where someone tried to do a jump kick and missed and fell down the stairs.
That's right.
And they basically said, more games need to have you fall down the stairs for missing an attack.
Yeah.
And I watched the clip and I was like, that's actually pretty fucking funny, dude. It's pretty amazing. Oh my god.
Yeah, like it's honestly my favorite fighting game to not be good at.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if I ever took it seriously enough to get good at it, it would ruin all the charm.
Right.
But if you just get a couple of buddies together and y'all don't know shit, have a few beers, and just fucking play DOA, it's like the greatest time.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah. And that's one of the tricky things, too, is that when you're in this space of the fighting game, you're struggling between trying to be a good fighting game or just having a good time, right? And that's always been the biggest problem because, like, a game like Street Fighter V focused too much on trying to be a good fighting game, and they forgot the good time, and so that's what 6 is fixing a lot of, right? So
I mean, 6, again, like, is always like, hey, what did 5 do wrong? Let's do the opposite.
Yeah. And it's crazy, too, because that's what 5 was the 4, but it was gameplay style, and I feel like
The thing is, I've never felt that way.
Oh, I mean,
the only thing I feel that way is that there's no true one-frame links. That's like the only thing I feel about that.
No true one-frame links. Everyone hated uppercut, FADC, so backdashes became crush counter. Right, you didn't, but everybody complained about it.
And then throw techs.
Crouch tech, everyone hated, and so they also hated the fact that when you had to do the frame traps, right, on people, that's why they added the priority system, because they wanted you to be able to beat the lights a little bit easier with heavier buttons. So they added that in there. They added the crush counter so you could punish, freaking DPs better and everything like that. Like, I know...
And like, I understand that they wanted to go a very different direction. But it never actually felt like a fix. Also, apparently your mic is being shitty.
Oh, it's popping again. Actually, let me try to do something really quick that might fix it. Let me actually try something here. This could also make everything explode.
Yay!
But you should still be able to hear us now. Let us know if the popping is still going. Let us know if the popping is still going. So
yeah. Now, admittedly, removing true vortexes is the smart answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But then throw loops, whatever.
Still heard a pop? Oh, jeez. I thought I had figured out what was causing the pops, but I guess not.
I mean, we could just use this as an indicator to hurry up and call it a...
If you want to, yeah.
All right,
Jesus.
Okay, I just have one thing to cover then, real quick.
Okay.
Besides, Boss Geenitz is busted and awesome. Regular Geenitz is not so good, but has potential. Go in your Twitter DMs. I sent you some things that I really want to talk about because I need them in my life. Okay. And there are some SNK fans out there who are going to look at this and be like, oh shit, I do need those in my life. Yeah, both of those 2 articles. There's that one and the one below it.
Right. I just want to pull them out.
Cool. We'll do the second one first because it's less cool, I think. I'm super mixed on 4, like, historically, because 4 is like the source of a lot of my favorite things in the Street Fighter franchise, and then a lot of the worst things in the Street Fighter franchise.
Yeah, I mean 4. Oh no, I have not seen that. Okay,
neither have I.
Because Street Fighter 4, honestly, was the cause of creating a bunch of unnecessary hate for certain aspects, like proximity normals. Because yes, 4 had the worst proximity normal detection out of all fighting games, right? Like, it made some moves trigger when they couldn't hit, and stuff like that, right? Like, it's just...
Forces stand whiffs on crouching.
Yeah, exactly. And it literally had the worst, so everyone hated proximity normals. And so now we don't have proximity normals in any of the Street Fighters, which I still think is bad. I still personally think it's bad. And the proof of that is that KOF came out, everyone played KOF, and nobody complained about the proximity normals. Nobody complained about the proximity normals in KOF at all because they were implemented properly. I didn't see, like, all these people who are like, I'm sick of Street Fighter V. Wow, KOF is really fun. Not a single one of them said, but I wish they didn't have proximity normals. Nobody said that. Proximity normals are fine. Anyways. Okay, let's show what you were talking about here.
There was something else I was going to add to that. But, So, coming in October to a gacha machine near not you, probably. We've got SNK tote bags.
Nice.
And these are fucking adorable. And I'm gonna want some of them, because I don't know if you know, but Japan loves their little tote bags, and to the point that they'll just say fuck it and throw them in fucking gacha machines.
Yeah.
So you can have a bag for the day, or the week, or the month, whatever. So this one, of course, has the Hana Mega Shock, the Neo Geo logo, and then Kyo's sun and Iori's moon.
And an Oh, this is the back of all of them, right?
Or, yeah, back, front, whichever. Yeah, the other side. And that's fucking cool. Yeah, they're like, because these are going to be $5 a piece, or actually 500 yen, so less than $5 at the moment.
Yeah, there you go.
Going to be pretty cheap, but they're probably gacha, so they're going to be blind. But they come out in October, so you got some time to save money for your trip, especially for the next item, which is going to come out in October as well.
Yoink.
Oh my god!
Oh, whoa.
So these are acrylic fridge magnets of the character's move list from the marquee.
Oh my god, that's so
And of course,
cool.
since 98 has such a large enough roster, actually no, it's regular 98, my bad. I thought it was the for some reason, but since 98 has a large enough fucking roster, they're coming in 2 sets.
That's so cool. And you get all 3, you get the whole team at once? Oh, okay.
No, these are also 500 yen a piece.
I see.
But yeah, you get one of them blindly, but I violently need some of these. I mean, obviously, I'm only going to invest in set 2. Like, I wouldn't mind the Hydern, that's cool. But this one has Fatal Fury, 97 Special, CYS, Sports Team, Leona, and fucking Iori's team.
So you have to buy the whole set at once?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, you pick which machine you spend money on.
Oh, I see, I see.
I never have to accidentally get Kyo. Because Kyo is only in set 1. But I put all my money into set 2.
I'm surprised there's no service out there that goes and like just goes to all these gacha machines. It just puts in and takes all of them and then resells them as like bundles and stuff like that. You know?
I mean, it's called Yahoo Auctions, eBay.
Yeah, I know.
It's just people who do it.
Right.
I mean, at the point right now, I'm like, well, I've got a couple of friends who live in Japan. Hey guys, I'm gonna throw a bunch of money your way. You throw a bunch of money into that machine.
Right. Yeah.
Because yeah, like this, okay. Besides the fact of how many characters I don't care about in the first set, set 2 is kind of fucking amazing. Like there is no bad choice.
Oh man.
And yeah, there's like 2 in there I'd be cool with. Yeah, like Hydern and Shizuru, I'd be pretty happy about. Saisyu, I'd be pretty happy about. You need Takuma.
I need Takuma and I need Kenso as well, honestly. I need my Kenso.
But I need like half of those. At least. So, so I'm planning on just throwing a inordinate amount of money at one of my friends in Japan and say, go forth, wreak havoc. And then maybe, you can find a buddy to trade with or something so we can get some of the ones from set 1. But, yeah, I mean, I don't need to tell you the number 1 priority on that list.
Billy.
You could have been worse. You could have been worse.
He was the first one I saw, so I just said Billy.
Dude, I am at the point now where I'm inadvertently collecting Billy because he keeps coming in lots with Mary stuff.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, the question, though, is, like, on this set, like, I don't think that, like, who do you actually, like, Iori might be the one you don't want the most, or?
Chris.
Oh, okay.
I don't give 2 shits about Chris.
So even though you like CYS, you like YS.
I mean, honestly, I don't desperately need anyone in that set.
Okay.
I like them conceptually, but I also, like, I have enough friends who fucking love all of them that no matter what, that's getting a good
Right. Okay. Because I was about to say, I guess you like Ys, right? The RPG, because you just like the YS, right? So,
yeah. Ys otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, of the 3, Yashiro is my favorite. It's mostly Orochi Yashiro, and since it doesn't look like he has a fucking version.
Right.
But yeah. No, everyone in this set I either want or I could find a good home for. Easily. There's no wrong answer here. Right. But I deeply fucking need the 97 special team. Like, I need Mary, and then I kind of need Yamazaki, and by proxy I need Billy.
Right.
Sports team's fucking fire.
Dude, I need the sports team.
Yeah. Like, this set's fucking amazing. And, like, if you just look at the, like, advertising flyer on the post, like, kind of getting the idea what they look like mounted on a wall. They're fucking adorable.
They have, like, you can tell there's the thickness on them. And
yeah.
It's like an acrylic front, and the drawing is protected under the acrylic.
And then it's a magnet behind that.
Right, exactly.
Dude, they're so cute.
It looks like they're really high quality. Like, except for scratching of the acrylic, you're not going to damage the artwork, right? Which is the important part.
So this is one of those, like, it fucking sucks to be an American because it makes it really hard to get these.
Yeah. I mean, it would be nice for me to get some of these so I can replace some of the magnets on my fridge of, like, the Lakers 1994 season calendar.
Good lord. That is oddly specific.
It's something like that. I can't remember what year it is, but it's like, I don't think it's 1990, but it's something like 1997 or
You know,
something.
the thing is, now you desperately need to get lucky. The lucky
one?
one?
Oh, yeah.
Replace basketball with basketball.
I was like, yes, I do. I do need to get lucky. So,
yeah, no, absolutely. Zen Market, I'm going to be hunting through.
Yeah.
And I recommend you do the same.
Because I also have that photo of me on there. That one.
Jaime?
Yeah, when Justin and his ex at the time lived with me, they saw that picture and they're like, you were in like grade school there, right? And I was like, I've graduated college.
You know, Speedwagon, you are technically correct. At least 10 years.
Yeah. Oh, man. At least 10 years.
But yeah, so I need the 97 special team, all three of them in this set. And then there's more I would like, but that's a mighty need.
Yeah.
Also, actually, interesting. Go up.
Okay.
Those are not sorted in the character select order, because suddenly, I love how all the fucking Hakishu are like kind of represented on the bottom row out of nowhere. You just got Chris, Yamazaki, Leona. There is no condition where they're next to each other like that normally.
Yeah, these ones are randomized too, right? Hyder and Kim.
Athena, Mai.
And
I have no idea.
Looks like
it's too fuzzy.
It's Ryo, I think.
Is it Ryo?
Huh. Looks kind of like it. It's either Ryo or it's King. Or, it might be Rugal. It's Rugal.
Ah.
It's Rugal. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Rugal.
Kept on rolling, 95.
But yeah, these are cool. Yeah. These are sick. Yeah. Okay,
yeah. Okay. So definitely gonna send friends on holy quests. Gonna camp on Zen Market, as I already do anyway with some of my stuff. Like I got a new Mary item on Zen Market the other day.
Jesus Christ! You keep finding more.
No, I mean this is one I wanted. So.
Oh, okay. This is like the what table you sit at cafeteria meme.
So you know the one Mary acrylic I'm missing that's like basically the Holy Grail item?
Yeah.
Okay, so in that set, that was a Web Kuji set. That set also had a can badge of every fucking O2UM character.
Okay.
So in case you're not aware, so the Web Kuji, it's like, you know, the Kuji lottery stuff you can get prizes for or whatever. They did one online only for the entire fucking cast of O2UM. Which, by the way, when O2UM launched, it had the largest roster of any fighting game ever.
Right.
So there is a...
What, 60, 70 characters?
Some shit. Like 68?
Okay.
Some shit like that. So there's a miniature acrylic of Mary in that set that I very much would like to have. It's like the holy grail of what I'm missing for Mary. But they also have a can badge of every single character. And I found that Mary can badge.
Dang.
As well as the Billy acrylic and the Nightmare Geese badge as one lot. And I was like, buy.
Yeah,
scoop.
I mean, like it didn't come with anything Kyo. You know, you're like.
But I mean, it's a Mary item I didn't have, and then fucking gravy of the Billy acrylic and geese stuff. All right,
that's what I mean. It's just like it was perfect right there. It's like you kind of
it's
okay
hard to
with
get
Billy
any
and
cooler
geese.
than this. Yeah,
you kind of are okay with those characters too. So.
Yeah, I just know, like, if it had been the Yamazaki, I might have been in trouble, because I might have to send that to Nyato or something, but maybe she'd pry it from my cold, dead hands, I don't know.
It's tough, because, like, we all like Yamazaki, but then there's Nyato.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm lucky that, like, I don't know anyone who is, like, living and breathing Mary stuff, so I don't have that many people to fight with.
Right, yeah. But even still, the way that you are, like, you don't have to ever feel like you could give it to somebody else. You're just like, you know, like, get the hell away from me. 66 characters. I will probably say that one of those home versions of Dragon Ball Budokai probably had more characters, so hold that. No, I'm just kidding.
So, I think the Budokais that actually would have broken it came out after.
Oh, really? Okay. Because it's either that or it's
think-
gonna be like, what is that? God, there was that one game where you could like use everything in the game. Was it Bushido Blade or something like that, where you could just use like regular dude walking? God,
I mean, fucking Rival Schools on the PlayStation had like a million fucking random students that didn't matter. One of the Tekkens I think was really close, but yeah, the big thing is it totally beat like Marvel 2.
Yeah.
Which was like a huge thing.
Marvel 2 was 56 characters, and I mean 66. I mean, for a legit like all 66 characters are actually like playable and not just like here's human town member. You know?
But yeah, I'm trying to remember what the next game that actually broke that was, and it literally might have been one of the Dragon Ball games or like one of the Naruto games or something. Actually, no, the Naruto games I don't think ever caught up to that. MK Armageddon was getting close, I think, but Armageddon I think might have actually predated it. Yeah, 14 when it launched was nuts. And then there's like one other, and I think one of the Tekkens actually really got close.
Oh yeah, okay.
But anyways, like when O2M originally came out, it actually had the largest roster.
Okay.
So you see how this one actually it's broken up into 2 sets. The O2UM Web Kuji is broken into 3. It's 3 fucking sets for the O2UM Web Kuji.
Gotcha. Right. Okay.
Which makes it really hard to fucking track shit down. Even like 2 years ago, I think it was Lawson's Print did you can print out cool little cards of your character's move list, and those were blind because fuck you. That's why they were broken into 3 sets to make it less impossible to get your character.
Right, of course, yeah.
Tag 2 was I think the game I was thinking. Yeah, it was 54.
Okay,
it was again something astronomical,
Yeah,
especially for a 3D game at the time.
Yeah. Dang, will they already be at 59 characters once the season's done? Dang, that's crazy.
And I think there's still like something that's like a mainline game that's further along than even that.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I just want 15 to become. I just want it to transform into the dream match of this storyline. You know what I mean? I feel like there's no reason for them to continue to make like a 16 or whatever like that if they just keep adding the characters and then adding story DLC. You know?
Yeah, and I mean the big question is basically how much development time and how much more support is this game going to get with the new Fatal Fury in development?
Right. Exactly.
That's really the like core of it. Is are we getting a season 3? Probably. Is season 3 going to be the last season of KOF 15, and then we just roll right into Fatal Fury?
Right. Or do they just keep working on both of them the entire time?
I mean, because at least developing 15 characters isn't as bad anymore.
Right, and that's the reason why it'd be better not to even do a 16 in the first place.
Yeah, because then you have to design a whole fucking new gameplay system, too.
Exactly, so...
Yeah, I mean, and again, like, they have so much story they can work with.
Right.
I mean, just give closure to some of the cliffhanger endings in 15. It'd be fucking awesome.
I mean, what they did with Verse just basically opened the floodgates to do everything again.
I just want closure to Leona's story at the end of 15.
Kenso.
Find Kenso, yeah, exactly.
Where's my Kenso?
But also, I do believe it was Rome saying it this time. We're going to say it out loud because we need to keep saying it. SNK, please fucking sell us costumes and stages.
Yep. Still not happening, dude.
And it's probably not going to because there's someone in the chain of command who hates money.
I guess, yeah.
Like, especially, when they have in so many words said we don't want people modding our game by adding the end user license agreement to the beginning of the game.
Oh, okay.
So that's one thing actually I did want to talk about. I forgot because we haven't had a chance to. With the launch of Geenitz, they added an end user license agreement to the beginning of the game, which is one of those like, I hereby say I'm not going to reverse engineer the game and I'm not going to show it here and do this and that.
Oh, they only just added that. Huh?
Yeah, it's one of the ones you have to actually click on when you load up the game.
Right. Okay.
Which is their polite way of saying we have legal recourse if we don't like you modding our game.
Right.
And I mean that's why most games have it.
Right. I mean, obviously people still will, but now they have absolute law authority to fine you and stuff like that. So
I mean, because I don't think everyone hates it as long as you're doing it in good taste and not being a shitbag and not fucking making money off of it.
Dude, I mean, Speedwagon, we've been saying that the whole time, right? Chen DLC, like freaking my DLC. Oh my god, like you are gonna be able, like,
dude, some of the other ones were just make stages. Yeah. Have cool shit, like bring back a couple of the iconic stages. I will pay good ass money for the Osaka Bridge.
Right, but I mean, to be fair, I feel like making a stage is still more expensive and harder to do than some costumes, right? So, like, especially because,
yes and no.
Yeah,
because physics become a factor.
Right. Yeah, it's true.
Because if you have two characters doing exactly the same thing, but their physics are working differently, it becomes a task. So I'm gonna say they're probably ballpark the same. Right. Like in total workload.
Yeah. I mean, it could just be costumes or hacker issues. But by the way, now that I can't remember how we got. I like started saying it and then I never got to finish. But now that the new patch is out, how's the matchmaking? Does anybody know?
Significantly better.
Everyone says it's significantly better.
Universally significantly better. There has not been one person who says it's just the same or I'm having problems everyone says much better. And then on top of that, we have the patch last night that says they're working to make even more minor improvements.
Wow. Okay. Sick.
Oh yeah, no, the music's fucking godlike. It's a shame that we're missing a lot of arranged versions, especially the more I've been able to collect arranged soundtracks over the years and see like the differences. It's a pity, but I get it. But yeah, awesome.
Okay. You actually
found them, yeah.
Okay, good.
Huge step forward there.
Gosh, and now, I mean, the hardest part is that word needs to get spread so more people will jump online. Obviously, it's very difficult because Street Fighter VI just came out and everyone's playing that right now, but, I mean...
Which is perfect, because you gave me a segue.
Okay.
I'm sure some of you have seen that a lot of people out there are having a lot of fun with Street Fighter VI's World Tour and making, like, basically cosplay character homages to SNK characters. I think it was Chef Raptor made that Krauser, which is fucking amazing. Obviously, I've done some dumb shit. So if y'all are playing Street Fighter VI and you're tuning in here, which means you probably like SNK stuff, I want to see your Street Fighter VI World Tour SNK characters. Either your own or cool ones you found online. Like anybody doing cool SNK characters in Street Fighter VI's World Tour, send them to the SNK Twitter. I want to just gush about it.
Synchronized Twitter.
The synchronized Twitter, yeah.
Yeah, synchronized.
Look at me stumbling over my words, yeah.
I'm glad I caught that while I'm looking for this mod.
Send them to our Twitter at SNKronize so we can look at them all next week. Shermie is one of the easiest to make. Yeah, just do what you will. Just make your SNK characters in Street Fighter VI's World Tour and show us. I actually want to just look at all this shit next week and just have a good old time.
Dude, Seiru, I am inundated with Street Fighter VI and I can't find the time to play the damn game, dude. Like, I know you're mad at me because you keep trying to get me to play more World Tour. And I want to. That's the problem. I want to, but...
You just need to make time. No, you need to make your own time.
Dude, I've been doing content stuff, constantly, dude. And then the past few days...
Dude, if I can manage to get my ass together and stream a speed run of that World Tour and beat it in under 7 hours... you can find the time to at least play it again.
That's a fucking great idea. I should make Kenso. I should make Kenso.
I'll evaluate the clothing and see how close we can get.
Okay. Thank you, Abdu. Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, no, honestly, the worst problem was the one day this past weekend that I basically edited for over 12 hours straight with only a dinner break also messed me up for the next few days because I just haven't been awake like half the
Oh,
time.
yeah.
So, I mean, I was awake during the ICFC yesterday, which I asked them, can I just skip this week? Because I normally do ICFC Asia. I skipped it. You know what? I was awake the whole time they were doing it, editing. So, what is my hair routine? Jesus, Abdu, I'm really going to apologize about this.
Easy, breezy, beautiful genetics.
Yeah, basically. The only thing I will say that I do with my hair that's actually different than anybody else is I actually use nicer shampoo. I do not buy store shampoo. I buy a higher quality line of shampoo, but that's it. That's the only thing I do. At least mane and tail. Yeah,
mane and tail is pretty good.
Which I don't know.
Mane and tail and Aussie.
Oh, okay.
Aussie's fucking
I don't
great.
use those. Like the craziest thing. Yo, he's all mad at me. He's like, oh my god. No, but I mean honestly, like
no, that one from Denzel, I'm loving.
Oh, okay.
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Orochi blood.
Because the other thing for me too is that like I blow dry the fuck out of my hair, and like literally the last person who cut my hair is like, you got to stop doing that. You're burning your hair and everything. Like I still do it. Like, and it just, my hair is still like this, so it's crazy.
I mean, at least blow dry it on a lower temperature.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. Like, because you're running the risk of like burning or drying it out. Yeah. But if you at least do lower temperature, it's not as bad.
But I mean, to be fair, my hair has also always been very oily, so drying it out has never been really a problem. But I mean, not genetic, no talent, genetic. I mean, when Sejam says he just runs his fingers through his hair and that's all he does, like, I want to cry like bullshit, but then
100%, I guarantee it's accurate.
Yeah. But the also problem is I do the same. Like literally, this. I don't do anything to my hair, although it's taller and fluffier because I do hair dry it. Whenever I don't blow dry it, then it becomes it gets the volume in there. So yeah.
We should get you one of those fancy volumizing brushes you can run in.
Dude, I've seen those things are crazy, dude. But I mean, like, let's just put it this way. I know it's genetics because my brother, when he was 10 years younger than me, was already losing most of his hair. And my dad is that way too. My dad was in love with his hair. He started losing his hair early. My mom, however, is like almost 80 years old, and she has like
gorgeous fucking locks.
She has a full head of hair,
yeah.
And her little brother actually still has most of his hair too. So clearly, I got my hair from my mom's side of the family. Yeah. I got lucky. I just got lucky. So.
Oh no, sick kitties.
Oh no. Oh man, yeah. I mean, honestly, having sick pets is one of the most frightening things in the world.
It's so nerve-wracking.
Oh, he's better now? Oh,
Good.
Thank goodness. Yeah.
Sick pets are the most nerve-wracking thing because you're trying to take care of them. They don't know what's going on. You can't explain to them that you're trying to help.
And they can't explain to you what they're feeling, right?
Yeah.
They could just be like, I feel uncomfortable. Is it the tummy? Is it a pain in your paw? What is it? So
yeah, or like, with little Rock, he'll have a stomach ache and he'll want to like walk around the room. What?
Right, yeah.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. My leg hurts. Time to go for a walk. What?
Right, yeah,
Yeah, he's just, it's so difficult. And so, it's when we start monitoring what else changes too. Like, is he drinking less water than usual? Okay, then it's probably his stomach. Yeah, okay.
I still remember when Nathan got the urinary tract infection, because he just stopped eating and stopped drinking.
And he is a fat piece of shit.
Yeah.
So if he stops eating, he must be dying.
There was definitely something wrong, honestly. So, but then it just turned out his bladder was too full.
He had no room for anything else.
He wasn't going to the bathroom. That's just literally really what it was. And so he knew that, so he just wasn't drinking anything. And so he basically had to get drained, and poor kitty.
Kitty cat catheter.
Yeah. Catheter, yeah. Nice.
Terrible.
Man.
All right. I think that's good for now.
Okay.
Now, unfortunately, we could not get Laban on hand properly in time.
Oh, that's right. This is episode 98.
Because this should be episode 98.
Yes.
Yeah, just bring it back up. Just make me feel better. Bring up the 98. Thank you. Yeah. To the top of the page. No, the other one's fine. That works, yeah. 98.
There
cool.
you go. Dream match never ends. Ta-ta-ta.
So, but yeah, this appears to be episode 98. We get to at least talk about Geenitz and how boss version is horrible, and I love it.
Yeah, and 2 more episodes will be on our 100th episode.
So we're going to really have to figure something out.
Yeah.
And then Evo is basically around the corner.
Wait. Oh, yeah.
Like, what, a month away?
Dude, it's crazy. And, I mean...
Dude, we've been going for almost 2.5 years.
Yeah.
It's psychotic.
I talked about this yesterday on stream, but I don't think people realize just how significant Street Fighter 6 breaking Street Fighter 5's record is. Like, it's not even just that it broke it, but like, remember,
that is the most entrance of anybody in any fighting game tournament ever.
But not
right?
only just that, but remember, Street Fighter 5 happened because we had this big hype from Ultra 4. It got to like over 3,000 entrants like in the first month before the game came out. And so everybody was just super hyped for it. We're all aware of that now. So when Evo went, basically registration started in February, I'm sure a lot of people are like, I'm not just going to go willy-nilly register for this game without having seen it. Because, again, 5 came out and was kind of a disaster, right? And so the fact that it has gotten this high after the game has come out.
Which says a lot about people's satisfaction with the game, comfort with playing it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, I really tried to like Street Fighter 5, but within the first year, it came down to, I'm playing this for Mika, and then they gave me Colleen. So I was like, alright. And now I don't like playing either of them in that game.
You got Poison.
And now I play Poison,
yeah. Now you at least had Poison, so.
Poison's fun as hell.
Yeah, no, that's the hard thing. And the crazy thing about it is Vegas is still one of the cheaper places to travel to, honestly. Even though the plane ticket can be expensive, it's still cheaper because the city subsidizes a little bit more for...
Well, that, and I mean, we're living in SoCal. We can just drive.
Oh, I mean, for us, obviously, it's super easy. But I'm just saying, like, overall average, it's actually cheaper. Except, obviously, the hardest part is that everyone wants to stay at the hotel that Evo's at, which does make it a little bit harder because then it's a little more expensive.
Well, I mean, staying at Mandalay is a mistake.
Right, yeah.
Staying at the hotels right next to Mandalay,
like Luxor or whatever,
is
like that.
way better for those purposes.
Yeah, and but also, thank you. That's why I let it grow, Abdu. That's why I let it grow because honestly, I was just like, I didn't realize my hair could get to this point, so I'm just gonna let it rock for now. But, I mean, Vegas can be very, very cheap if you know how to do it, right? You can even get, like, lots of easy, cheap food as well that's still pretty good quality.
I mean, just learn the matchup.
Yeah, basically is really what it is. Yeah. No, erroneous area, we're
just
done,
about done. Yeah, like, just learn the matchup with Vegas and you'll do fine.
Right, and that's one of the things that I wanted to talk about. I want to do a stream just talking about why it's so hard to be a commentator these days. It's like a lot of the times when we go to the events, we have to eat at the hotel. I just don't have time. A lot of events don't provide meals for the people. Some do, but a lot of times they don't, or sometimes your block is during when the food arrives, and trust me, that food does not last for the staff, and then you gotta go eat at the restaurant in the hotel. And that shit ain't cheap.
Yeah, and it's frequently it's like, oh, it's a chain. You know, like I mean, right next to Evo, they have like what, a Sbarro?
Yeah,
and it's still 50% more expensive than any other Sbarro, which is already overpriced.
But I mean, that's Evo. I'm talking about a lot of the other events.
I'm just saying it's like that's when it's easy.
Yeah,
and that's the easy one.
Exactly.
Like, fuck, man.
So like it's rough for comments. So it's not even just flight, hotel. Dude, you do not know how many bottles of water and soda and stupid snacks that I have to buy for my room just to be able to drink water and all these things. Like, I am constantly buying stuff all over the place so that if the event is, that's why I wasn't at Combo Breaker CEO, because I just couldn't afford to go to either of those, because you go there, like I said, I went to Combo Breaker last year. I got a room for free because a homie hooked me up and was like, I have a room by myself, I'll change it to 2 beds, you can stay with me. And I was like, shit, thank you. I still fucking lost money at that event, dude. I still lost money at that event. So, it's hard. It's really hard, especially with all the pro tours not doing offline stuff right now, right? So I hope that changes next year. We'll see.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm still unemployed. I'm like, if it weren't for like friends and communication like that, I wouldn't even be going to Evo.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be going to Evo. You might, but
I think Evo is one of the only events that doesn't operate at a loss at this point. Oh, actually, no. I think last year they did. They might have, because it was the first one back since the pandemic.
I mean, they're still making up for lost time. Probably.
Yeah. Evo, I think, was one of the only ones that actually did make a little bit. Well,
because also they have more and better sponsors than most FGC events.
And the thing is, it's the booth space too. I think they make most of their money from the booth space more than anything else, because
but by the way, going the other way around, getting a booth at Evo is fucking expensive.
Yeah, and what I will say though is there's a reason, because every time I talk to any artist in Artist Alley, they're like, Evo, they make so many sales compared to anywhere else, like crazy.
Yeah, but because it's knowing your audience.
Yeah.
If you're an FGC artist and you go to fucking Anime Expo, good luck. I hope everything works out for you. You're an FGC artist at Evo? Oh, sold out. I mean, so last week was CEO.
Right.
Tay sold out of all Marissa keychains.
That's awesome. Dude, I mean, look, the very first few years of Evo, Tom and Tony were paying for that event out of their pocket, out of their own money. We were just lucky because they had money. And that's why we made the DVDs afterwards, because we made the DVDs and sold the DVDs to help make up for the cost of the event. The DVDs were designed to help break even. And even to the point where...
God, you had DVDs back then?
Yeah, I know, right? when they did break even... Like, that was, like, at that point, like, Tom and Tony stopped caring, and then they were like, okay, let's just give away the rest of... like, they just wanted to break even. And I still remember, I think the first year that registration...
It's like Kickstarter.
The registration, I think the first year the registration finally, like, broke even by itself without the DVDs, it was, like, a few $100, and, like, Tom and Tony were like, let's just bet it all on black. So, but I mean, like, literally, Hado, Rick Thayer lost a lot of money on Combo Breaker this year, I'm sure. I'm sure Jabali's not making a ton of money off of CEO or anything like that. Most of the TOs are operating at losses. Almost every single one, except the only ones that might not be operating at losses, maybe CEO, maybe eventually Combo Breaker, and Evo, I'm not sure right now. Let's just put it that way, so...
Yeah, I mean, if CEO is at a loss, it's probably just due to the past few years of shit, and has definitely some of the most potential to not be operating at a loss.
The other thing, too, that I should also clarify, since I've talked to Jabali about this, he's had years where CEO did make a profit in the past, right? And he was like, I made a profit on this. I don't touch this money because it just goes into next year.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, this is separate money. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like...
This is not a question that either of us can answer properly, but is there a way to turn it into, like, a legit nonprofit organization to run it, to make the events run in that way? It's not a question either of us can probably answer, but... But it's probably not the right way to go, because honestly, I've also talked to people who help run AGDQ, and that is a own can of worms.
Yeah, that has caused that can open up its own issues.
Now, for the fans, Koko desu ka? There you go.
Okay, there you go. Anyways, we keep getting sidetracked here. So Evo is around the corner, a month to go. KOF 15 should be fun because this year we'll get the Chinese out here.
You mean terrifying?
Yeah, but I mean, like, but we want to see that.
Yeah.
We want to see that because obviously Guero has been winning a lot of things. He won CEO this past weekend. You know, these players have been doing really well. Obviously ZJZ, he was the one who won last year, right? Or was it
Honestly, I don't remember. I repressed it because it was a mirror for grand finals. I honestly
repressed it. Yeah. It was one of the Taiwanese players that won last year.
It was ZJZ.
It was ZJZ. Okay, so we just want to see the full thing, and this will be the first time we get that.
I mean, honestly, I'm just looking forward to like hanging out and having some drinks with the SNK community members that I haven't, especially the ones I haven't gotten to meet in person yet.
Okay. So yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Should be a lot of fun for. I think it's gonna be the biggest KOF tournament probably ever. So I think it'll be really, really cool. Yeah. Oh, dude, if Shanghai doesn't win, yeah, that's hard.
I mean, it is feasible, but I mean, Shanghai's top 3 free.
Yeah, I mean, that's the hardest part. Bird of Hermes is like a lot of people did feel like, you know, like you won Evo without Shanghai there, you know.
You won an online major.
Yeah, it's the asterisk, you know what I mean? It's always gonna be the asterisk. So we need to see what happens with Shanghai.
Yeah, but no, we have a bit of Taiwan and a bit of Japan that like actually can stand up to him now.
Yeah,
I mean, at least do the gods can bleed thing. They may not win.
All this for a drop of blood.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But you know.
Okay.
It's gonna be a fucking show no matter what, and honestly, it's gonna be a fucking show in multiple games.
Yes.
KOF's gonna be amazing. Street Fighter 6 is going to be hilarious at a minimum. At a minimum.
And you know, to be fair, even though it was record broken for Street Fighter 6, the Hado also said a bunch of other games are breaking records too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like that. That's the big record, but it's like, yeah, no, if. Like, there is a good chance that, like, this is going to be the best KOF's ever done at any Western major end statement, if not any major worldwide.
Exactly. So, there is a lot of potential for some craziness, and I'm all here for it. I'm excited. Can't wait to see what the numbers are going to be. I mean, we'll find out in a couple of weeks, because registration closes in a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
so.
I really should go ahead and get my spectator badge so I don't have to buy it on site.
And then the Hado has even said, I think that there's still a good chance that Marvel will be a Sunday game.
Good.
Which will be absolute insanity. So there you go.
I mean, objectively speaking, it's one of the best fighting games ever made.
Honestly,
like,
yeah.
It's just how it is.
Yeah, it is. It is.
God,
okay.
dude, the me of like 10 years ago would lose my shit if I got to see a godlike KOF and Marvel as Sunday finals. Like, man.
No, that Shanghai versus Goichi clip was great. Did you see that one where Shanghai was reacting to Honda headbutt from across the screen, like just with the drive?
Oh yeah, and then did it hit fierce?
And then Dogura's like, hit fierce, and then he hit fierce, and Shanghai just like does it, and it's just. Yep.
Oh my god, yeah.
Because that's the thing, is like Dogura understands, like, you can't react to that fast. You're reacting to anything that fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, I still think it's actually really silly. JP's Ghost Slashy and Ghost Command Grab are way too similar for the first, half a second.
I died to a JP who did just jump roundhouse command grab,
what are you gonna do?
Command grab, and I just got hit by it every single time, dude.
I mean, this is literally why, like, even the old Valle down to forward light kick for a fake fireball.
Oh, yeah.
That wasn't a fireball, it was just kick, but you just see... and then button. You're gonna jump.
Yeah.
You're gonna jump, and you're gonna fucking die.
God, like, it's gonna take me a while before. I mean, like I said, I used to be able to see Axel's little command throw thing. You know, the big blue ball, and before I could react to knowing that I was getting hit by it before I got hit by it, but I couldn't jump away from it. So I would see it and go, fuck, and then get hit by it, and then that's it. So, anyways, what song should we close on?
The 15 remix of Trash Head.
Okay. KOF 15 Trash Head. So, this one here? Geenitz Boss Challenge theme.
Yeah, I guess. I don't think SNK has the official one up yet, so yeah.
Oh, okay.
Good old ads.
Yep.
And thank you for tuning in.
Zilcho is one of my most loyal viewers, man. He's on all of my streams.
He's a good fella.
Appreciate that very much, sir. Always. I mean, look at that. He's got one of the crazy purple badges, dude. Look at that. He's got a 37-month badge over there, dude. Good stuff to him, so thank you. All right, let's do this. Should work. All right. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.